will be done. His will is his word. He said, and then Yeshaya said, this is how you pray. Thy will be done on earth. You deal with this realm as it is on heaven, because we know it's being handled in that realm.
Look, this is one way that Christ got it set up to cleanse us. Go over to Ephesians chapter 5. Okay. Israel. Ephesians chapter 5, prophets, and start at verse 26.
Ephesians chapter 5, beginning with verse 26, that he might sanctify and cleanse it with the washing of water by the word.
With the washing of water by the word. Cleanse and sanctify us. The word is going to cleanse and sanctify us.
And you know, we started with sanctify, but it wasn't said literally that word sanctify, but it's the synonym of sanctify, holy.
Holy.
And then just understanding if we're dealing with realms and his word penetrates, who has he only dealt with in such a way? Only one people, one nation has he dealt with. Only one has he given his word to. And his word penetrates realms. His truth is sovereign. That's what I'm saying. It's sovereign in heaven and it's sovereign in this earth. You need to understand the responsibility that has been given to Jacob, Israel.
Understand that the believer, the house of Israel, that's the church. All right. Everybody else falls up under that.
That's right.
Keep reading, prophets. Next word.
27. That he might present it to himself, a glorious church.
What?
That he might present it to himself, a glorious church.
So he's going to wash it with the word.
Absolutely.
And present it to who?
To himself, a glorious church.
Come on.
Not having spot or wrinkle or any such thing, but that it should be holy and without blemish.
So you think that the Christ is going to accept a defiled seed?
Not at all.
He's not.
He will clean you with the washing of water by the word.
By the word.
If you don't receive the word, if you reject the word, you had better know after today's teaching, you are not a part of it.
You are not a part. Brothers and sisters, this is what we bring out. There's been two violations. A violation to the flesh and to the spirit.
That's right.
Christ is coming back for a church without spot or wrinkle.
That's right. And the wake up takes it to the next level, another realm that you had not seen, because Christ never takes revelation out. He's going to continue to reveal. Why? Because when he washes you of the water by the word, that reveals more and more. It takes the dirt off. The dirt is the darkness.
The dirt is the darkness.
The dirt is the darkness. Right. So if you're waking up and you should be getting more and more revelation.
Hey, and all you're getting, you better get an understanding.
That's right.
Because this is the word of truth.
That's right.
All right. We got a few more precepts, brothers, but follow us. Let's go into Isaiah. Let's go into Isaiah. Prophets, go to Isaiah chapter 40. Christ said, what? A church without what? Spot or wrinkle.
Wrinkle or blemish.
Isaiah chapter 40. And you know what? We're going to start at verse 14, but this is what the Most High has to say about other nations, okay? All right? He don't care about other nations. He care about Israel.
Right.
You will be considered a part of Israel when you come back and worship our Father, okay? You'll be counted amongst us as righteous when you follow and worship our God.
Right. And it's so interesting, too, because people want to be offended because we make a statement such as that he's not concerned about other nations, he's concerned about us. Well, it's the same thing. When you say, I believe, I'm going to believe on Yeshua or so-called Jesus. He covers me. He covers me. So you understand that analogy, that Yeshua is covering you, and that when the Most High looks at you, he sees Christ. But you don't want to understand that's where that came from. That the nation that he's only dealt with in such a way, which is Israel, that's how you come into this fold. That in order for him to see you, he had to see the one he set aside first.
Proverbs 3 verse 14. Isaiah chapter 40. Verse 14.
With whom took he counsel,
Mm.
and who instructed him, and taught him in the path of judgment,
Mm-hmm.
and taught him knowledge, and showed to him the way of understanding.
Mm.
Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
The what?
The nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as the small dust of the balance.
It's as counted as a small dust of the
Mhm,
balance.
mhm.
There's a scale.
Behold, he taketh up the isles as a very little thing.
You know what, brothers and sisters? The Most High loved his people. He said it from the beginning, and Christ is going to prove it, and even in the end of what we call the end, but it's just the beginning. Okay? Isaiah 40 is telling you that, you know what? He really don't care about the other nations. They're dust. They're a speck of dust compared to his people, right? We touched on that earlier in some of our teachings, but look, I'm going to bring it out again. Second Esdras. Go right back into your Apocrypha. Second Esdras. Look what Esdras said about it. Second Esdras, chapter 6. We was in First Esdras, but we're in Second Esdras, chapter 6, and let me see, prophets here. This is what the Most High say. This is not what we're saying. Read verse 55. Look what Second Esdras said about it.
All this have I spoken before thee, O Most High God our power, because thou madest the world for our sake.
He made the world for our sakes, right? Come on.
As for the other people,
As for who?
as for the other people, which also come of Adam.
Now Esdras said they come from Adam too. Now Adam is the father of every human being, right?
Thou hast said that they are nothing.
What?
Thou hast said. He's not saying that he said it. He's repeating what the Most High said.
The Most High said
Thou
that.
hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. And now, O Lord, O Most High God our power, behold, these heathen.
These what?
These heathen which have ever been reputed as nothing have begun to be lords over us and to devour us.
Now this is Esdras crying out to the Most High because the tables is turned. These heathen are lords over us now, but he understood that the Most High called them nothing.
Yeah, but he understood why too, because that's why he rent his clothes. He understood why it was happening. In verse 58, want me to go on? But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn. Again, there it is, that simulation between Yeshaya and Israel. And so if you want to claim that he covers, you need to understand that this is not anything different. There's nothing new under the sun. Israel covers. Because you spittle, I'm just saying.
The Most High deals with order, brothers and sisters.
Yes, he does.
And he set up a nation of people on the earth to be the caretakers of his word, of his laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right. And that has not changed.
That hasn't changed. To show you what is proper worship towards the Most High. He even sent his son to be the example. You don't want to follow the example of the son. You don't want to hear the caretakers of the word. Woe unto you. Woe unto you.
Verse
Keep reading, prophet. Go ahead.
But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, the only begotten, and thy fervent lover.
And thy fervent lover. The Most High calls Israel his wife.
Yeah. Are given into their hands. If the world now be made for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance with the world? How long shall this endure? Because
we went back into punishment.
Yeah, that mixing.
Yeah.
Mixing. We read it. The mixing of the Jebusites, the parasites, all the Hittites.
Exactly.
And the Ites and the
Your inheritance is messed up.
It's messed up. It's blurred. You're no longer holy. We're supposed to be washed with the word. That's what the washing is about. That's why we have to be cleansed with what? The word. If you're doing away with the law, you cannot think that you are being washed with the full word that the Most High The same word that the Most High imputed unto Abraham is righteousness. How do you consider yourself to be
Brothers and
righteous?
sisters, check it. Quit saying, I'm sitting up in here up under this church, holy temple of God.
You better get some word.
You better get the word. You better understand what Christ is looking for.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how to keep yourself clean, because He coming back for a church. You the church,
without spot or blemish.
Without spot.
He's not coming with that church and that congregation that said it's okay for the homosexual to preach to me, to touch me, to bless me, to pray over me. He's not coming for you. He skipped you.
Get away from me. I never knew thee.
Workers of iniquity.
Let's go into Isaiah again. We got a few more verses here. We're going to close out. But the Most High is good. His wisdom is infinite.
Yes, it is.
And we rely on Him for understanding, for truth to be revealed, right?
Correct.
Go to Isaiah 61, prophet. Thank you for bringing that out in the Apocrypha. Isaiah 61. All right. Isaiah chapter 61, prophets, verse let me see here. You start at
short.
Start at verse 9.
All righty. Okay. And their seed shall be known among the Gentiles. Whose seed?
Our seed. Come on.
Shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offspring among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, that they are the seed which the Most High God, our power, has blessed.
Now, Israel shall be known amongst the Gentiles, and all that see them shall be blessed. Come on.
I will greatly rejoice in the Most High God, our power. My soul shall be joyful in my power, for He hath clothed me with the garments of salvation.
Christ is our garment of salvation. Come on.
He hath covered me with the robe of righteousness, as a bridegroom decketh himself with ornaments, and as a bride adorneth herself with her jewels.
You are the bride. You're being adorned with jewels right now, brothers and sisters. The jewels are dropping. We're not going to cast our pearls unto swine.
That's right.
All right. So I wanted to bring that out in Isaiah. You are the bride. Christ is the bridegroom. He's coming back for His chosen people. Look, we're going to get ready to close it out. Let's go into the last book of the Bible that specifically says you're going to get a blessing if you read it. Let's go into the book of Revelations, chapter 19. Oh, Revelation. Revelation, probably?
Yes.
Chapter 19. Chapter 19. All praise is due to the Most High.
All right. Chapter 19, what verse?
Now, I want you to start at verse, let's see here. Start at verse 7.
Let us be glad and rejoice.
Let us be glad and rejoice.
And give honor to Him.
Uh-huh.
For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and His wife hath made herself ready.
And His what?
His wife has made herself ready.
Now, the Most High used symbolism, male and female, husband. He used that as symbolic of what's happening here. Christ is shown as a lamb getting ready to marry a wife. Wife is female, all right? But He's getting ready to marry the wife, right? She has what, prophetess?
Made herself ready.
She has made herself ready. You have to make yourself ready. And how do we do that, prophetess?
Keeping the commandments.
Keeping the commandments.
Listening to the Holy Spirit, the Ruach, letting it lead you, and walking by faith, not by sight. Study to show thyself approved.
And the whole duty of man is to what?
Is to fear the Most High and keep His commandments.
That's how you make yourself ready, Israel. Jacob. To all the 12 tribes of the house of Israel, this is what we're called to do.
So all you're getting, get an understanding of what the bride of Christ is about. I pray today that, as I said, Christ never lets Gospel Central, Gospel CNTRO, Christ never takes revelation out. I pray that you were enhanced with a better revelation, a greater revelation of what you formerly understood the bride of Christ and that whole scenario to be. It needs to be enhanced. It's there. It's right there. The
Proverbs, read verses 8 and 9. We're going to close out.
And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen,
Mm.
clean and white.
Mm-hmm.
For the fine linen is the righteousness of saints.
The